Good evening, Kansas Gun community. It's Lyle Cadell back with you again, and we want to have an interview tonight with a great company here in the state, and I think they're doing some great things, and we wanted to kind of get some exposure out for them too. And I didn't really know about him, and this is honest ignorance on my part until here within the last month or two, and came to find out Free State Armament, and I love what I'm seeing. So tonight we have Tony Stein and his son. Is it Adam?
Adam, yep.
Adam. All right. I just wanted to make sure there. But Tony and Adam and the family run Free State Armament, and you guys are based out of Ozaki. Is that correct?
Yes,
that's right. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about where it all started and how it all came to be, and yeah, just kind of introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Adam Stein, and on my daytime job, I do steel work, and my dad, Tony, he's been doing steel work for 35, 40 years now, so it was kind of a no-brainer just to get in and make some targets and have some fun with what we do during the daytime anyway. Then that kind of worked us into getting our Form 7 and getting our manufacturing license to get in and start producing some AR-15s and 10s.
Now, as far as that's one thing that I don't think a lot of people realize, that you guys literally do the building of the upper of the lower and partial of the upper there at your old shop. Is that right?
Yeah, and what we're kind of doing is more custom builds than anything. We're not mass producing anything. A customer will come to us and, you know, kind of have a just idea of what they're looking for in a rifle, and we will build it for them.
You know, and most people go out and buy an AR-15 or even a 10, they'll strip it down and start putting different parts on it, you know. And so, you know, our thought is just to build a guy what he wants. We do, I mean, our stuff is high end. We're using top quality stuff. We've got, you know, Craddock Precision is making our barrels, and, you know, we just got some high end items on our guns, you know.
And can you say who does your Cerakoting as well?
Well, you know, we have dealer pricing on that, on that. We're not actually doing it ourselves.
That's what I mean. Who, as far as who does it, is what I was referring to.
Ryan with FTW. Of course, you know Ryan.
I know Ryan. See, that's good to see two Kansas companies collaborating to make some great stuff. I love it, man. It's awesome.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Now, I don't want to give him too much time here, but no, he's a great guy, and you know, he's getting into this ELR stuff. He's doing super long range stuff now with this 338 and all that. So we're actually, Adam talked with him just a couple of weeks ago about, you know, he's just kind of a lone ranger out there without any sponsors. So you'll be seeing our logo on his shirts here pretty soon, I hope. Anyway, we're going to try to back him and do a little sponsorship and get behind him real good. He's just doing an unbelievable job with the Cerakote. We've got so many. Cerakote was on Instagram today and reposted Adam's the We the People rifle, and I mean, it's, you know, well, I don't even know what to say. He's an artist.
Yeah,
that's cool to see that you guys are working together there, and actually now coming on board. I had heard about that, and that I really I grew up here in the state and everything, and to see these companies coming together like you guys are doing is just fabulous. Now, some of the rifles that you do, just kind of tell us, I mean, we're talking just, I know you talked about doing some AR-10s. Or what calibers are we talking? I mean, 6.5. Are we going all the way up to 308? I mean, what all is going on there?
Yeah, right now we don't have one. We did one for a customer in Missouri. Sorry I said that word out loud, but it was a 6.5, and it turned out unbelievable. And actually, both of us just got done building 6.5, and I think that's just what people are looking for right now. Now, I have nothing against 308; it's a great round, but the 308 is so hot on the market right now. That's just kind of what everybody's looking for. But yeah, I mean, there's not that big of a difference. I mean, change a barrel out and maybe a couple of parts here and there, but if it can be put in an M4 or an AR-10, then we can do it for somebody anyway.
Right. And like I said, we've got Craddock Precision. They're not a Kansas company, but they're a great company that does machine work. They just do barrels, and that's all they do. So I hate to tell you the price of our barrels. I mean, the one that we have a couple rifles sitting behind us here has got Bartland. I mean, the dark gray one that's sitting in the back of the table is, my price on the barrel with the Cerakote, I'm just talking about the barrel, is probably pushing $900. That's cost. You know what I'm saying? So, but we have spiral fluting on there, and we're doing a +2 gas system with, we're using superlative arms, adjustable gas block. And, the triggers we're using is, since we're doing custom builds, we're just volunteering what we do put in them. We're using Timney and Geisley, and other ones too.
I guess CMCs.
I mean, yeah, right. Yeah. So we've got like the one I'm doing, the dark one in the back. It's a 2+2 Timney 2-stage trigger. I don't know what the one.
Yeah, I got pretty much same thing, just in a CMC, just drop-in trigger.
Yeah, but the M4s, I know we put in 3-gun triggers on that. It's the fastest trigger on the market. Geisley's, they make great stuff.
Can you actually pull those off the table and show them to us?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, here's kind of one of our first ones that we did here. Get an up close view, but this is the first Cerakote jobs that we had Ryan at FTW do. It's kind of just an FTE battle worn look. Mm-hmm. And this one, I think we ended up doing about 20 of these. And like Dad was saying earlier, just they come set up. It's got a Geisley, this is the S3DG, just the flat trigger. But in it, we have the Yankee Hill extended takedown pins. This one's got the scope, and it's got the 45 mounted flip up sights right here. And then we have like the Yankee Hill extended charging handle, the bad lever here, just safety switches, just kind of everything that you put on a gun after you buy a basic AR, Mm-hmm. And these were pretty popular. They're good. I mean, most of them didn't have the scopes on them, but they were set up for a 3-gun competition anyway.
Yeah, and too, we're kind of left out the third part of the business, and that is we're a veteran-owned company too. We're family-owned. I'm the dad, and I have 2 sons. Adam, one of them, and then Eric. He's actually getting ready to be deployed here, as I told you, here a week ago, and he's ready to go out and cruise around. So I don't know, out in the Pacific somewhere with 1,000 warriors, doing something. But he's a part of this too. But he's a history major and a war history. So the first 20 rifles we did was a Lexington series, commemorating the Battle of Lexington. So, and they were special, and of course they went pretty quick too. I mean, we did 20, and then people saw those and wanted some more, So we had Ryan, we had made some more of those and sold some and that too. So
now, how can people get a hold of one?
Well, you can reach us through our website, freestatearmament.com. Okay. Eric's, like I said, he's going to be deployed on a ship for 7 months, so he's out of the picture. But we're on Instagram, and we've got Facebook too, and through our website. And we do have some of our steel on the website, and you can, of course, go to our website and reach us that way too. And
sorry, go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
No, and our emails are we had Eric set the email up, and since he's military, they have the longest email addresses there is. So mine is tony.stein@freestatearmament.com, and then the boys are just the same, adam.stein@freestatearmament.com, and Eric's Eric.stein, and we can kind of go from there. Adam really is he's the armorer. I help him out a little bit on that, but he's putting them together. But
and Stein, by the way, is spelled STEIN.
Right. That's right.
So folks, I can't put the link in the description below because of YouTube's rules anymore. So if y'all hear this, please, I will when it goes to Facebook, I can actually link it.
Okay.
But unfortunately, YouTube.
Yeah.
What else do you have there, Adam?
This Anyway, go ahead. No, this is 6.5 that Adam we just got these things from Ryan just to make the Tulsa show. I was actually out at Camp Pendleton or out in California visiting Eric because he's going to be deployed here in a couple of weeks. So, and Adam did the Tulsa show, and Ryan jumped through a hoop to get these things to us. But this is 6.5 Creedmoor. Adam can tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is Cerakote job turned out.
Oh, sweet. Awesome.
On
it really is.
And even on the back side, it's got the stars and stripes all
that
laid
is sweet.
there. Got the Luth AR butt stock on here. And this one's got the Spikes Tactical Handguard. This one's a Bartline barrel, 22-inch stainless fluted barrel, just straight fluted barrel.
Is that your billet though?
Yes, this is one of our AR-10 billets here. So here you can see it's got like the oversized fixed trigger guard, and inside of it, it's got the special features. It's got a tensioning screw in between the upper and the lower, and actually all of our lowers have that, even if the forged in the AR-15s. And then just the little features like the bolt catch release isn't a roll pin. It's got a set screw in here. There's set screws on the AR-15s behind where the rear takedown pin is. So when you're taking your buffer tube off, you don't get lost in the carpet, like everybody does.
I told you that there's somebody that's going to be watching this video. They know who they are, that this just happened to just 2 nights ago or 3 nights ago. So, yeah.
We started with forged lowers a couple of years ago. But when we went and nothing against forged, they're fine, but the billets are just unbelievable. They go together, the pins, everything is just so smooth. Even on our M4 billets, we don't have one of those here tonight, but we've got ambidextrous on the bolt catch on it too, which is real sweet. Very nice. Yeah, very nice feature. Yeah,
very, very nice. And what's the next one behind that?
I'll grab that one. Yeah.
By the way, what bipods are you guys running?
I've got an Accutac on this one here.
That comes out of Wichita, correct?
I'm not 100% sure.
The AccuCheck?
I'm sorry?
AccuShot. It's AccuShot, I'm sorry, from BT Industries?
No.
No, this is the Accutech.
Okay.
Accutac.
Yeah.
TAC.
Yeah, AccuShot comes out of Wichita from BT Industries.
Gotcha. Right. And it's just pretty well decked out. I'm trying to set this one up. I'm actually headed to Spear Point here in a couple of weeks. I've got a bolt gun I actually had somebody make for me, but I am going to take this one out here. I'm going to take a little PRS class from Jack C out there.
Awesome.
Just in a couple of weeks. So this baby here, I haven't even had a round through it yet, so it's not even set up. But no, we've got it pretty well decked out. JL billet forearm on this, and like we've been using superlative arms, adjustable gas blocks, and they seem to be working really well. They're an exhaust instead of just cutting the gas off, because you're getting all that blowback and all the gas inside, so it actually exhausts the gas out the front of it. And so, and this one here set up for suppressor too. I've got a this is just kind of a can that goes on it. If you're shooting on a line, you can't have a flash hider or muzzle device. And so this one here just comes off. All that does is, and I've got a suppressor I run on it. But anyway, we've got some Magpul hardware.
Sweet gun.
Oh, it's a very nice. Yeah, we should get such a great deal on the Bushnell scopes that we can't hardly not get them. You know what I'm saying? And they do a good job. This is a 3.5 by 21, 34 millimeter tubes on it. And but anyway, he did a nice job in the Cerakote here. I didn't get as nice as Adams, but I just kind of went alternative. I got gray color, gray, black. But
maybe Matt over at Athlon can get you guys hooked up or something with some glass.
Yeah, yeah, I know
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because I know I watched his interview here just a while back.
That's a good friend, he too. And I've got friends of Walt Whitaker. Do you know Walt over at Bushnell?
No, I don't really.
He's
No.
there in the at the Lenexa store, I think.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I
Um,
pick up. Actually, we we of course we're a dealer. We get dealer prices on these.
gotcha.
But since I belong to Mill Creek Rifle Club, I get a
Mhm.
better deal through the Mill Creek discount than I do buying it from buying it through our company. But I'm anxious to get some out. This one's going out tomorrow morning to Mill Creek if the wind isn't blowing 45 miles an hour. So
It was blowing out there today. I know I went out to the range for a little bit for about an hour, and it was a blowing. So, but now let's talk about the steel line, Tony.
okay, yeah, sure. Hey, I've got another quick one I want to show you if you don't mind.
Go ahead, man.
I've got one more M4 laying over here. And of course, Ryan did the coding on this one too. I got a We the People in here.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but kind of a different color had come out, and it's not loaded, so I can point it at you, I guess. You know what I mean? We run the handguard out all the way on this. This is kind of a trick setup for our big bipod. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Geisley 3-gun trigger. This nice little setup here. Very light. These things are coming in about 6 pounds, somewhere in that. It's nothing compared to that AR10, the 6.5 that I just showed you. The gray one I'll be taking out tomorrow. It come in with the bipod at 15.6 pounds. So it's 3 times heavier than this one.
That one there, what is it chambered in?
It's 223.
Just okay.
Yeah. But
by the way, are you guys seeing a growth in the 223 wild chambering?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is, by the way?
Well, I think too, and I'm not real, I'm not real knowledgeable about the wild, but I think you can run 5.56s through it too. You know what I'm saying? You may know more about it than I do. I don't really. I do have a registered lower that I've got a little 10.5-inch wild barrel on it. Of course, I don't really shoot at great distances with a 10-inch barrel anyway. But so I can't tell you a whole lot.
Yeah, I noticed that I was seeing several guys that are turning out 223 wild, and I mean I have 5.56. Both of mine are 5.56 barrels on both my ARs, and so I just was kind of curious what the trend was.
I'm thinking about switching this barrel out to a Valkyrie. And, just to kind of see what's up with that. I mean, I've been doing a lot of reading on it. We haven't built any of them as of yet, but anyway, that's just another M4 that we had.
I mean, a Valkyrie is just a barrel change. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is. I don't know.
Same bolt?
I think the same bolt. Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
And most of your BCGs, where are they coming from?
They're coming from all over the place.
We've had Faxons. Man, I can't even think of all of them. I bet
we've almost went different ones on
different bolts and so many different guns. I know mine is a Faxon. Can't even think of the name right now, but in our Lexington series M4s, we were putting nickel boron bolt carriers in all of those.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's when we're doing nickel boron with it. They're just they run so much better and everything.
Yeah, exactly. They're just so much cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Now, as far as steel goes, what do you guys have to offer?
We have everything from a 4-inch gong to full white EPAs, dealing trees, IPSC targets. We make our own gong hanging brackets. The new one that we've come up with, and we work with Shawnee Mission Police Department, and they shoot at the Mill Creek Rifle Range there. And we spent a couple of days with them just kind of seeing how they treat the steel. And they are probably some of the roughest people on steel I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're shooting pretty close ranges with full metal jacket 223s. And so
Yeah.
it took some development and some, trial and error, but actually we have one of them right here. And pretty much what it is, it's a mini IDPA without the head on it there.
Gotcha.
All 3/8 AR500. Now, the biggest feature is the whole front side of the target. I'm not sure you can see the whole base here. Yeah, you might be able to.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it actually.
Okay. Yeah, so this, let's just say this thing comes off of here, and this upright that actually holds the target is full armored all the way up the front side with AR.
Nice.
Oh, AR. Even the brackets are AR.
Yeah, these are the brackets. The target just slips down in there. If you happen to shoot them up, which you'd have to be shooting at a pretty good angle to even hit these bolts because they're covered by the target. These do unbolt and you can replace those brackets. But
yeah, like Adam said, we went out with the range officers at Mill Creek and spent a couple of days out there and just kind of developed this. They had a Marine that Eric served with, retired and went to work with Shawnee Police Department. So he kind of got us in check with them. So the law enforcement thing's been really, really going in because, like I said, we developed this actually for Shawnee, and then we Johnson County Community College, where Johnson County Police Academy picked up on this, saw what we were doing, and ordered. I think we sent them 10 of these and a bunch of other stuff. So, which is great for us because Olathe, I mean, everybody shoots with the academy, all the RSOs, So they're seeing him. So we've been giving some prices out to Overland Park and Lennox, a lot of Johnson County, most of Johnson County. We don't have them all yet, but we're working on it.
We need to get more than Johnson County.
Well, we do. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we did do an interesting one. As we do custom builds on the rifle, we do custom AR500 plates too. We had when Eric was stationed with security forces out in Virginia, got hooked up with some prior Navy SEAL guys. Mm-hmm. And so they were going to Arizona on an elk hunt, called me and wanted to know if there was any way I could get them a 100-inch tall elk that they could take to Arizona with them and practice like a week ahead of time. I'm like, we did. We got that thing ready. It was 3 pieces. It weighed 675 pounds, I think it was. We had to do it in 3 pieces, like I said, and it was great. But
yeah,
but and having CAD and everything, you can just put it on there and go with it. If you have a picture or anything, whatever.
So it's all done through what's it called? I mean, you guys don't torch it out. It's all.
We've cut it out about every way you can, and really the best ways to do it that we found is either using a laser or a water jet. Okay. And most of the stuff was cut out of a water jet. It just does more of a precise job, especially on some of the stuff where we're trying to put a carriage bolt in. That way you don't have to have 2 wrenches when you're out there. It just makes for easy setup. So when we're cutting a nice square hole out to put the carriage bolt in, the water jet and laser just does an unbelievable job on them.
Yeah, very nice and clean. So
yeah, and it cuts it so quick it doesn't heat it up and mess the steel up or soften the edges.
Right. And then we're hooked up with several ranges too. Mill Creek Rifle Club. There you have to supply your own steel. A couple of ranges in the back where they're just steel designated to shoot steel. And we've got a bunch of, instead of a guy buying a piece of steel and you take it into the board and then they look it all over and see it meets their criteria, then they give you a letter. Well, we've taken a ton of stuff over there and got it all pre-approved. You know what I'm saying? Like lean trees and these, and we've got some pepper poppers that stick in the ground with classic poppers, all kind of poppers, and they've all been, okayed by Mill Creek. And like I said, Capital City Gun Club and other ones, like I'm headed out to Spear Point to, I think Steve Worth is the guy. We're talking to him just a little bit. Ryan's out there pumping him about us supplying some steel. I'd like to get into on some of this PRS stuff, supplying some steel to some of these shoots too,
That would be awesome. I know several of the guys. Steve Ward's been a friend for a few years now, and great guy, man. Him and his wife, I really appreciate him. And there's also I did mention. I think Tony, I mentioned him to you, but I mentioned. I'm not going to say his name here on air, but he owns a range in the area, and he is looking for some steel, and so I'm trying to push him your way. But
Yeah.
no, to know that the law enforcement in Mill Creek, I mean, these are big names that you guys are throwing around, and that says a lot for your all's credibility. It really does.
Right.
That and I would love to see as running KS Guncom. This is what it's all about: is to see you guys grow west. You know, and
that's what we need to do. We're hugging Missouri right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And those ruffians over there, we don't. You know what I mean? They can have that over. Too hilly country for me. It's hard to do PRS over there, but
it is.
Hey, I did want to put one little plug in too for the Kansas Rifle Association has their annual meeting coming up next Saturday at 87th and I-435 in Lenexa. And we're actually going to have a little table in there. I know a lot of the tables and the vendors that are in there are going to be politicians looking for a vote, but we're actually going to have a table. We'll have these exact rifles there. I'll have a table in there. And it's from 1:30 to 5 o'clock before the business meeting and dinner and speaker and all that stuff. So,
yeah. No, I appreciate you doing that, actually. And I've been working on trying to get Murray or somebody or Aaron or Mariah from over there. Of course, I used to serve on the board at KSRA, but and everything. So I have some great friends with KSRA. Unfortunately, I've got family. My mom and dad's 60th wedding anniversary weekend, and
oh no,
I'm not able to make it down there. So I want to spend time with them. They're 83 and 79, and you got to take the time with them that weekend. So we're having a family deal. But anyhow, go ahead.
Hey, I will say one thing with the with us working with ranges and stuff, we do have range packages and discount prices set up. So and it's all dependent on what a person's looking for target wise, but we're pretty good with working with them. Say they want 5 of these and 10 of these, and our package is a little bit different. We're giving people discounts on mass quantities. It helps out quite a bit.
Right. Yeah.
And we're even doing stuff. It's unbelievable to ship this stuff. I think it averages around $1 a pound. So if somebody's going to buy some targets from us and it's a pretty good quantity, then we'll pretty much deliver this stuff to you. Meet somebody or just anything to help anybody out to get the targets to them,
Right. Just like Johnson County Community College out there, they've got a target trailer, and a lot of the law enforcement agencies all have target trailers that they pull out to their ranges. And I just go, I mean, even like Shawnee, they're right off 435 Johnson Drive there. I pull up, I call the guy, he unlocks the trailer, I load the targets up in his target trailer, you know what I mean, and kind of go that way. So I mean, we have shipped stuff back east when Eric was stationed back there and with security forces. We sent some stuff to Pennsylvania, pallets of them. It was like
it gets expensive.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars just in shipping. So, but anyway.
But if somebody just wants to get some gongs, or they want to get some poppers, or is it an IDPA silhouette or something like that, they can simply go to your website, and which is freestatearmament.com,
right,
and
it's set up. Yeah, they can pay for it online. I mean, they're shipping on there and everything. We do flat rate shipping. I've tested the United States postal boxes to the max. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what the gong set weighs like 53 pounds. The box is rated for 70, but there's no way. So I put like 3 rolls of tape on it and send it for $13. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Well, I really do hope that some people, including myself, pick up some steel from y'all and maybe a rifle or two. I know there's guys out there looking, man.
Yeah.
And and they see what you got, and They know that it's made in Kansas, and you guys are quality people, man. Tony, you and I've got to know each other a little bit, and Adam too, and I appreciate y'all. And so,
well, and the feeling's mutual too. I'm really glad that you were there. You know, I mean, I was born in Lawrence, and I mean, I've just lived right in here. You know, I mean, kind of grew up in Topeka, went to school here, live in Kansas City now. You know, Northeast Kansas has been my home. You know, I was just in California this week when I left. It was 88 degrees. You know, that's beautiful out there. They have mountains, they have oceans, they have all of this stuff. But you know what they don't have? They don't have what we have in Kansas. They don't have the freedom, the Second Amendment. You know, as we live in a great state. You know, we don't have palm trees, but you know, I'd take an oak tree over a palm tree any day. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I'm there with you.
Palm tree anyway. You know, so. Anyway.
My wife grew up the first 6 years of her life out in just right outside LA, and so yeah, we do go back out every once in a while, but I'm telling you, there's something about the place. But anyhow,
I hate it going because I started doing concealed carry on January 3rd, the very first day, you know.
Yep.
And I've had it with me ever since. You know what I'm saying? And going to California was just I felt so uneasy. I'm serious.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I'm like, I've got an ink pen on me or something. You know, I don't know. It's crazy, but I appreciate you. You know what you're doing here. You know, bringing Kansas together and just a gun community. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean that's what when I put KGC together. I mean it wasn't really thought out and had a business plan or something like that. It's just it was a passion, you know, that was put together to have a place where the community could be promoted and go forward, and not be a political organization as much as, you know, hey, we're exchanging ideas and exchanging products and so on and so forth. And actually we've had different companies that never knew each other prior to KGC starting that have now collaborated, and they sell each other stuff.
Right.
I'm humbled, deeply humbled by it. It's awesome. And I hope it grows and we're able to work together along with, I mean, the political branch like KSRA or the GOA or there's other guys doing that stuff out there, and the KSRA does a fine job of it down in Topeka. And we'll let them do their lane, and our lane will be promotion of companies like you guys, and a little bit of politics peppered in there.
There's a little bit of that in there too. But
no, I wanted people, everybody that's going to watch this, I wanted them to see your guys' stuff and be exposed to, and this is be a national audience too. And actually, I told Adam earlier, an international audience. We had a guy join us on our live chat from Australia 2 weeks ago. And so,
I need you never know. Down on Wednesday nights, don't you ever so often? Or?
We do. It's going to be twice a month, starting in May. May 2nd will be our next live fire, and then we'll do another one 2 weeks later. We kind of took a poll and see if everybody wanted it every 2 weeks, and we'll be doing live fire every 2 weeks. And in May 2nd, we'll have Corinne Mosier. You might know her from down there at Center Fire, shooting sports in Olathe.
Yeah.
She'll be on, and John Correa. Oops, I wasn't supposed to tell that. John Correa. He's supposed to be with us. We'll put it that way. John Correa owns Active Self-Protection. He is a guy out of Phoenix, Arizona, that is one of the most watched YouTubers there is. And so he's going to be with us on that night, and then some of our regulars. And we're going to be unfortunately, talking about a subject that's pretty powerful, and it's eating our own. Because I think the 2A community does a pretty good job. Right. Unfortunately. So
I thought you were kind of topic oriented, I think, on your Wednesday nights, right?
We are, and we try to get hot topics. So we did long range precision. That was, very, very well. People loved it, and well looked at, and still going.
I was in the background on that one. I just kind of watched. I didn't join in or anything, but.
Yeah, no.
You've got to give me some lessons, you know.
Well, and maybe, if you guys want to hop on one of the topics that is really down your all's alley, let me know. And hey, we'll get you into the chat as far as being on the panel.
Sure.
And it gets crowded. We try to keep it around 6 or so, and that way it doesn't get super crowded with people in there. But and then we have the live chats going on the whole time. So
yeah, right.
And we have people from the Gun Collective, John Patton. I have a relationship with him a little bit, and then so do some of the others. 182nd Ideas, Johnny Baggins. I mean, there's been several national figures just pop in every once in a while, so we appreciate them doing that. But but no, if you guys seriously, if we have a topic that they
kind of
fits down your guys' alley, Tony, let me know. And we'll work something out.
And all kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we didn't touch in on training. Adam and I were basic pistol instructors, and we do some stick and concealed carry for Kansas. But I know when Eric gets out, he's a weapons commander. When he gets out, he's trained all over. I mean, he's been with the Royal Marines over in Europe, and
oh, wow,
there's tons of shoot houses and all kinds of different things. So we'll probably get into that a lot more, whenever he hangs his stuff up in the Marine Corps. But anyway.
No, that'll be good. I hope we can do it another time. And just there was another target, by the way, over there on my left. I guess would be Adam over there. What is that, by the way?
It is the same target stand and idea. I mean, it fits in the same target base as the mini IDPA does, but this is just full size IPSC.
Okay.
There's multiple targets that fit in the same stand.
How much does something like that run, by the way?
This target itself is 160, and the stands are
about
230, I think, is what those armored stands are.
Right.
They're a little bit more than our original stands are, but they will last a heck of a lot longer.
Yeah.
And we have just like the mini IPSC target that'll fit in there. We have gongs that have tabs.
We've got 8-inch circles that fit in there. But we didn't have a lot of room to display a lot of different things. All kind of poppers, like I said, and dueling trees and that kind of stuff.
That's why
it's on our website.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's why people need to go visit freestatearmament.com.
That custom elk that we did, there is pictures of it on there, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, it is a life-size antlers and everything.
Yeah, to the top tip of that 6x6 bull that we did, it was 100 inches to the very top. You know what I mean? So
that's incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
But it's all on there, and there's some of our M4 stuff on there. We're updating our site all the time, so
yeah.
And if you don't see it on there, we can probably get it to you anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, is there anything else that you guys would like to add?
Not that I can think of.
No, I don't think so. Now I've been kind of going through some, just since we have 40 acres kind of on the border of Ozaki and Oskaloosa, and we've got a shop there, just a 40 by 60 metal building, that we do welding and we do fabricating. We've got a little 100-yard range in there. We're testing steel and different things too. And, we're doing, like I said, we're doing a little training up there. I'll do some concealed carry classes actually this Saturday coming up. I've got a few people, we do a little bit. So,
are the concealed carry classes under Free State Armament?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, both of us went through the NRA basic pistol instructor course, and then went through the lovely day of becoming a Kansas concealed carry instructor.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was awake the whole time. I might have dozed off.
I know you weren't awake part of it. And the guy from the AG's office says, I'm going to read this, and I'm going to tell you all out there that I can't hardly read this without going to sleep.
CW?
He's somewhere. I don't know where he was at, but anyway.
Yeah, CW Klebe is the assistant AG that does that. And I've known CW for a little while. He's a good guy.
Anyway, we're just always trying to keep going. I just got through a RSO class. We're doing some training in that. I want to do some range safety stuff. So, of course, that leads into taking classes on trauma, gunshot wounds, and I've been through some of that stuff too, and and all that. But other than that, I think we've covered most everything for the most part. Yeah.
Well, guys, we've had a great conversation. I think we got through the whole lines, both lines of rifle and then targets and everything. And then I hope folks have got a good picture now of what you guys have to offer. And look them up on Instagram, on Facebook. And by the way, when I upload this to Facebook, if you're watching right now on YouTube, or later on you're watching, by the way, nobody's watching right now, but if you're watching this later on YouTube, go to our Facebook page or their Facebook page, but this video will be on ours. I know for sure on Kansas Gun Community, and the links to Free State Armament's social media will be on there. Okay, I can't put it on here.
Right.
So go to those places, and Tony, if you guys want to cross post this or whatever, we can talk after we get off air, and we can get it to you guys. But it's been a joy. I mean, man.
Oh, thank you. It's been the pleasure's been ours for sure.
Yeah. We had some gremlins get in the technology before we got started, but we
and I even brought a young guy, that's supposed to be a guru of that stuff. I'm plug and play. If it doesn't work, it's
it's working, isn't it?
Yeah, it's working now.
And we got her working, and I'm so glad. So
thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks
you
a lot.
Bet. Well, I'll wrap up, and the Kansas Gun Community, please stop by freestatearmament.com. I get my tongue twisted on that, but freestatearmament.com, as well as their social media outlets. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and go ahead and check them out, and be sure to maybe buy you something. Okay, so I know people have their wants and their wishes, and hey, Christmas in July is coming up, maybe, so something like that, or a birthday. But
are coming in, you know what I mean? So get to the mailbox for your wife. Give us a call.
That's right. And Father's Day is coming up, so it's not too far off.
Yeah.
But no, I'll wrap up, and y'all stay safe as always, and catch us again. Unless we do have another company that we will be doing an interview with, but catch us again on May 2nd. That's May 2nd, and we'll be doing our live fire on that date, and we'll be talking about eating our own, and how the gun community needs to get along, and how we can get along, okay? And we want to do that. But until then, y'all, thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you later, and be safe. Take care.
We'll see you later.